Welcome back. This is episode 7 in my video series, where I compare the 14th edition TDMM with the 13th edition. Now last week, I began the discussion on the non-core chapters, chapters 12, 13, and 14. This week, I'll look at chapter 16, Wireless Networks, chapter 17, ESS, chapter 18, Data Centers, and chapter 19, Healthcare. And as usual, I'll concentrate on what I feel to be significant changes in these chapters. So let's get started. Chapter 16, Wireless Networks. We now have 77 pages versus 75. And if we look at page 5, we'll see they've dropped the section on security considerations. Moving on to pages 10 through 13, you'll see they've added a section on theory of propagation that's quite detailed. Moving on to page 18, they've added OFDMA from 802.11ax to the modulation techniques. Page 21, they've added a section on decibel subunits. Page 26, they've expanded the path loss section. Page 32, they've expanded the section on rigging. Kind of seems more installation related to me than design related. Page 33, expand the section on pigtails and jumpers. And on page 34, they've expanded the section on power sources. Moving on to 35 and 36, you'll see they've expanded that section on voltage injectors. And those are the changes in Chapter 16. Chapter 17, Electronic Safety and Security. We now have 61 pages versus 53. Let's move on to page 25. They've removed film camera from this section, which I think was appropriate. Page 26, they removed analog recording, which I also think was appropriate. On to page 41, there's a new section on circuit and pathway designations, A through E and X. Then on pages 42 through 46, there's a brand new section on class N with a lot of detail. Page 56 through 58, there's a new section on area of refuge. And on page 59 through 61, there's a new section on mass notification and emergency communications. And those are the changes in Chapter 17. Chapter 18, Data Centers. On page 17, there are 2 new paragraphs expanding on cabling considerations. And on page 35, there's a new bullet on 40G to 400G cabling. And those are the changes in Chapter 18. Chapter 19, Healthcare. There are no changes. If you want to learn more about both our RCDD and outside plant review courses, you can contact me at davidc@vontulearningnetwork.com or my direct line at 813-841-8000. I hope you'll join me next week for another episode in my series comparing the 14th edition TDMM with the 13th edition. And thank you for watching.